Alright guys, well, I'm back today with a brand new red dot sight from the company CVLIFE. This is the WildHawk, and it's a very interesting red dot because it's got 4 different ways to mount this up. You've got the standard RMSC direct mount footprint. It actually comes with a pick mount adapter in the box, and here's where it gets interesting. It also comes with an adapter plate for the MOS style system or an RMR style system, allowing you to drop it on a traditional RMR cut, utilizing the adapter plate to shrink it down to the RMSC footprint. I've never seen this done before, especially in a high value option. And on top of that, these guys are always helping out, sponsoring the channel and creating discount codes. They've got a 45% off discount code, saving you a ton of money. The base model version of this just has the traditional dots, and they also have the multi-reticle version, and both of them are going to utilize the same code. You can get the single dot version for right around $150, as low as $87.99 after the discounts, and the multi-reticle version generally sells for $180, on sale for $104.50, both with free prime shipping after the discounts, which is an amazing deal for a true multi-reticle red dot design with the specs and features that this has. Not only that, these guys also have a ton of other specs and features that are really nice for a red dot like this, and let's talk about those. First of all, the mounting solutions. The fact that this is so versatile is incredibly nice. If you decide you want to mount it to the traditional RMSC, which is what this truly was designed for, and you change your mind or want to swap it around, that's a good option. The pick mount in the box is also a really nice touch. A lot of times after a while, you may change your mind about a certain optic or want to try something different, and then you're left with an optic just kind of sitting around. Not this one. You can do a piggyback 45 degree on a flat top. You can run this on top of a PCC, or you can run this on top of a kind of piggyback scope mount riser. So a ton of different options with the pick mount. It also has iron sights built in to the back, so if you are running this on a direct mount option, something like this micro dagger, you can co-witness. The other thing is the housing is incredibly durable and had no issues kind of beating it up down on the land, running in the car hood, and then racking the slide. Utilizing the optic, we never cracked the glass, shifted zero, or had any issues with that. Side load battery compartment makes it a breeze to unload and change that battery, and everything's sighted in very nicely with the easy to use turrets. I mean, it just held zero perfectly fine with no issues there. The other thing is this gets insanely bright down at the range. One of my pet peeves is an optic not getting bright enough for like white targets on a bright sunny day, but this one does a good job. On the multi-reticle design, you can long press to cycle through those different modes, making this a truly multi-reticle option. With those multi-reticle options, you're going to get a 2 MOA dot and a 30 MOA circle, and you can either choose the dot, the circle dot combo, or just the circle for a wide variety of applications. Again, when you consider the $189 price point, that's pretty darn good, but when you consider the discounted price of about $104, it's really a lot of value for money. The single dot version is also really nice, and it co-witnesses perfectly, again, when you line everything up, since it sits so low. Even with the RMR adapter plate, the low profile nature of this optic still allows you to co-witness with suppressor height sights, which is incredibly convenient. It also has one of the nicest and easiest laid out instruction manuals I've ever seen, actually explaining all the thread pitches for all of the screws and the mounting solutions, so you won't be confused if it's one of your first times mounting up an optic like this. They've done an amazing job. In summary, this thing's pretty darn good with all of those features. Let's talk about some more features that kind of go a step above a lot of other optics in this price range. The first is it does have the motion awake technology. So after 4 minutes of inactivity, it returns to sleep mode. And then as soon as it senses motion, it automatically goes to the last brightness setting, which is really nice, especially if you're going to actually utilize this in some type of defensive or carry situation. It's also 3000 G shock resistant, and the housing is made of 70-75 aluminum rather than 60-61, so a stronger aluminum, and it's going to be more durable for the long run. These are more quality materials that you see in $200 and $300 red dots utilized in this one. And again, we are talking about $160 to $189 optic traditionally, but again, remember, CVLIFE created the code specifically for you guys to get 45% off. The other cool thing is it's got up to 50,000 hours of battery life, which is really key, especially when you talk about all of the options that you would use this for. So it's not just going to be for range use. You can really set it on something, utilize it, put it down, forget about it for a few months, pick it up, and you're going to have battery life, and it's going to be automatically turning on. In summary, it's a solid optic with a wide variety of mounting solutions that doesn't break the bank, that gives you all of the nice specs and features of a more premium option, but still at an affordable price point. All of the information and linking will be in the description below. Now, those are affiliate links, but if you click on them, it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you, just brings you right to the deals. I know a lot of guys are asking about what optic fits what, or will this fit this? This thing can fit practically anything, and it's pretty darn affordable. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.